All right, we are back in business here, folks. So just wrapped up the strategy in the action portion of The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday called Iterate. And just so you guys have a point of reference, The Obstacle is the Way. Fancy cover looks like this. Um, so, for those of you who have been reading along, I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep the ball moving. And if this is something that you enjoy, please subscribe so you can be updated by me on new books coming out. This is the first of many. Anyways, let's dive into the next strategy that Ryan proposes to us in The Obstacle is the Way action portion, and it is called Follow the Process. So, just to be candid with you guys, I think that this is one of the most brilliant strategies in the entire book for someone to really internalize. Um, and I'm excited that we get to be able to talk about it today. This is a chapter on Coach Nick Saban. He is a head football coach at Alabama University and arguably the greatest of all time. He has won many, many national championships and is kind of notorious for having a team that is, really, really solid. So, just to intro him, we're going to be talking a little bit on his kind of strategy on how he is able to produce so much greatness, which is always fun to talk about. So, very good. So, just to kind of get in with things here, the magic sauce is the process, as we talked about. So, in the chaos of sport, as in life, the process provides us a way. Okay, so you've got something to do that is very difficult or a very large goal at hand. Don't focus on the entirety. Instead, break it down into pieces. Simply put, do what you need to do right now and do it very well, and then move on to the next thing. Follow the process and not the prize. The road to back championships is just that, a road. You travel along a road into steps. Excellence is a matter of steps, excelling at this one, then the next one, then the next one after that. Saban's process is exclusively this: existing in the present moment, taking it one step at a time, not getting distracted by anything else. Not the other team, not the scoreboard, not the crowd. The process is about finishing games, finishing workouts, finishing film sessions, finishing drives, finishing reps, finishing plays, finishing blocks, finishing the smallest tasks you have right in front of you and finishing that very well. Whether it is pursuing the pinnacle of success in your field or simply surviving some awful or trying ordeal, the same approach works. Think about it. Don't think about the end. Think about surviving. Making it from meal to meal, break to break, checkpoint to checkpoint, paycheck to paycheck, one day at a time. And when you really get it right, even the hardest things become manageable because the process is relaxing. Under its influence, we need to not panic. Even mammoth tasks become just a series of component parts. And so that really, really kind of sums up what we're going to be leveraging in our discussion a little bit. So, one thing I really want to highlight here is the piece on it being just a road. And so if we think about using this strategy to conquer obstacles, obviously in life and any endeavor that we're going down, there is this journey, right? We're in a journey, the grandest journey of life. But within that grand journey, we have the daily journey, the weekly journey, monthly, yearly, etc. And so being able to presently lock in with whatever you need to do, like myself recording this on a Wednesday night at about 8:30, that is all that matters in the present moment. And then once that's done, being able to stack on the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And this ability to continue to show up and continue to lay bricks is what allows the output to be so incredible. And that's why the secret sauce is the process, because with Saban, he has so many more national championships than the next guy. And he doesn't get caught up in the ego. He doesn't get caught up in those accomplishments because that is just the outcome of being able to follow these steps all the way through. So just take a little bit of time to think about, okay, what is it that you need to break down into a process and leverage step by step to get to the proper outcome? Just one clean movement after another, everything in order, everything connected. The process is the order. It keeps perceptions in check and action in sync. Now, what derails us from sticking to the process, right? So now that we've established this strategy, we need to understand what pulls us off from leveraging this great strategy. And that is disorder and distractions. Love this quote from the book right here. The unordered mind loses track of what's in front of it, what matters, and gets distracted by thought. So, just as little as our thoughts can interrupt our ability to stay present, to focus on the task at hand, and for our execution of that. So, this is where sometimes if the obstacle is too big or the goal is too big, when we're not quite seeing results from the process, we begin to doubt ourselves. I know I struggle with self-belief in this regard on if we can attain it or not. And that's not the right mindset, right? Because as we've learned, whether it's large or small, we just need to take that next stride, So in reverse though, personal things can come up, family things can come up, distractions can come up, and all these micro cuts, if you will, are what lead to us not eventually getting to the end goal that we desire. Jocko Willink refers to it as death by 1,000 cuts, meaning just failing to do it today won't be a big deal. Just failing to do it next week won't be a big deal, and so on and so forth. And you have death by 1,000 cuts. You don't feel or the pain of the single cut doesn't bother you, but over time, all that cuts leads to a very bad thing. So this occurs when obstacles pop up or when we take on a large ambition or personal challenge. How do we manage to get out or summit those obstacles? Small, deliberate actions consistently. I love this piece right here. We are A to Z thinkers, fretting about A, obsessing over Z, yet forgetting all about B through Y, being able to pound the pavement and get through B through Y. So that's really, really good. And then in conclusion to this awesome strategy, we're going to go back to the book here, page 91 to 92 for those that are reading along. Okay. The process is the voice that demands we take responsibility and ownership, that prompts us to act even if only in small ways. Like a relentless machine or sewing machine, subjugated resistance each and every way it exists, little by little, moving forward, one step at a time. Subordinate strength to the process. Replace fear with the process. Depend on it, learn on it, trust it, take your time. Don't rush. Some problems are harder than others. Deal with the right ones in front of you first. Come back to others later. You'll get there. The process is about doing the right things right now, not worrying about what might happen later or the results or the whole picture. I think that beautifully summarizes this strategy, follow the process amongst all the other ones we've talked about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Let's keep reading. We will be on to the next strategy in the action portion. And so let's continue, guys and girls.